Be quickly revising Gupta and post-Gupta period in this video from the pointers edition of Ghatna Chakra. The Gupta dynasty ruled during 319 to 500 AD. The ruler who performed 4 Ashwameghs was Pravara Sen I. The Napoleon of India is Samudragupta. The Gupta ruler who had another name, Devgupta, was Chandragupta II. Among Sri Gupta, Samudragupta, Chandragupta, and Skandgupta, he who assumed the throne after killing his elder brother was Chandragupta II. The first Gupta ruler to assume the title Param Bhagavata was Samudragupta. The Allahabad pillar inscription is associated with Ashoka and Samudragupta. Prayag Prashasti tells about the military campaign of Samudragupta. Out of the given options, namely Jahangir, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb, Dara Shikoh, who is found on the pillar containing Prayag Prashasti of Samudragupta? Answer is Jahangir. So we have Ashok, Samudragupta, and Jahangir in the Allahabad pillar. Out of the given inscriptions, namely Dashpur inscriptions, Iran inscriptions, Hathigumpa inscriptions, which reveals information about Silk Weavers Guild? Answer is Daspur inscription. Now, Prithvi Pratham Veer was the title of Samudragupta. The iron pillar located in the courtyard of Delhi's Quwwatul Islam Mosque has an inscription which mentions the king Chandra, which is identified by Chandragupta II. Out of the given dynasties, namely Maurya, Kushana, Gupta, Shunga, who was distracted the most by Huna invasion? Answer is Gupta dynasty. The Huna invaded India during the reign of Skandgupta. The inscription which mentions that Skandgupta defeated Hunas is the Bhitari pillar inscription. Now, there were different causes for the downfall of Gupta Empire. These were Huna invasion, feudal setup of the administration, acceptance of Buddhism by later Guptas, and ineligible successors. From the decline of Gupta until the rise of Harshvardhan in the early 7th century, the kingdoms that were holding power in the northern India were the Guptas of Magadh, Pushyabhutis of Thaneshwar, Mukhauris of Kannauj, and the Maitrikas of Vallabhi. The ruler who is known as Saka Conqueror is Chandragupta II. The first Gupta ruler who issued silver coins was Chandragupta II. With reference to Chandragupta II, following are correct. The strongest evidence in context of Shaka victory is the silver coin of this king. The weight of these coins used to be about 33 grains. From the 3rd century AD, when the Huna's invasion ended the Roman Empire, the Indian merchants relied more and more on the Southeast Asian trade. During the Gupta period, the port which was in use for North Indian trade was port of Tamralipti. India maintained its early cultural contact and trade links with Southeast Asia across Bay of Bengal. For the preeminence of early maritime history of Bay of Bengal, the most convincing explanation is monsoon winds across the Bay of Bengal facilitated sea voyage. With reference to the guilds, that is Shreni of ancient India, that played a very important role in the country's economy, the correct statement regarding the above are: the wages, rules of work, standards, and prices were fixed by the guilds. The guilds had judicial power over their members. Now, centers located in Gujarat, Bengal, Deccan, and Tamil country during the Gupta period were associated with textile manufacture. Out of the given names, namely Dhanavati, Bhaskavacharya, Charaka, and Susrut, who is not associated with medicine in ancient India? Answer is Bhaskaracharya. With reference to scientific progress of ancient India, the correct statements are: different kinds of specialized surgical instruments were commonly used by 1st century AD. The concept of sine of an angle was known in the 5th century AD. The concept of cyclical quadrilaterals was known in 7th century. The person who was associated with astrology among the 9 gems of Chandragupta is Shakpanaka. Kalidas was in the ruling period of Chandragupta II. Gupta's gold coins were called dinars. The silver coins issued by Guptas were called rupak. The first Gupta ruler issued coins was Chandragupta I. In Sanskrit plays written during Gupta period, women Shudras speak the language. That language is Prakrit. The main teaching of Gita is Nishkam Karma Yoga. The first inscriptional evidence of the Sati Pratha has been found from Iran. Gupta Samvat was established by Chandragupta I. Now the emperors and their title Ashoka Priyadarshini, Samudragupta, Prayer Parakramanak, Karmak, Samudragupta II, Vikramaditya, Skandgupt, Karmaditya. Now the kings and the related queens Chandragupta I, Kumar Devi, Samudragupta Datta Devi, Chandragupta II, Kuber Naga, Kumar Gupta I, Ananta Devi. Now, inscription known as the first advertisement of the world is Dashpur inscription. Mandsaur Prasasti presents the details of the achievement of this ruler, and the ruler was Kumar Gupta I. Now, the gradual decline of towns was an important feature of Gupta period. The ruling dynasty that donated maximum villages to the temples and Brahmins is the Gupta dynasty. In ancient India, the dynasty's rule, which is considered as the golden age, is the Gupta dynasty. The land revenue rate in Gupta age was sixth part of the production. The Gupta Empire granted tax-free agrarian land to temples and Brahmins. With reference to forced labor, that is Vishti, in India during the Gupta period, the correct statement is it was considered as a source of income for the state as a sort of tax paid by the people. The type of land which was called aprahat was uncultivated forest land. With reference to the history of India, the terms Kulyavapa and Dronavapya denotes measurement of land. In ancient India, the irrigation tax was called Bidka Bhagam. In 3rd century AD, Warangal was famous for iron implements. Toramana was racial group of Hunas. Out of the given rulers, namely Buddhagupta, Yashodharman, Shashanka, Prabhakara, Vardhan, who defeated Huna ruler Mihir Kula. Answer is Yashodharmana. So Yashodharmana defeated Huna ruler Mihir Kula. Now Chinese traveler Sungyung came Shungyung came to India in 518 AD. The ancient Indian play Mudra Rakshaka of Vishakha Datta has its subject on the court intrigues at the time of Chandragupta Maurya. In ancient period, the Varna, which is also called Sartavaha, answer is Vaishya. The correct statement are Gupta emperors claimed divine rights for themselves. They extended the tradition of land grants. With reference to the Gupta dynasty in ancient India, the town Ghantashala, Kadura, and Chaul were known as ports handling foreign trade. The game of chess is said to be originated in India. Now, following are the correctly matched. Sarvavarman is copper seal inscription. Asirgarh. Ishwaravarman is Junapur stone inscription. Ishan Varman is Harsha stone inscription. Jivit Gupta II, Dev Branak inscription. Now, Miri Chachkatika, an ancient Indian book written by Sudraka, deals with the love affair of a rich merchant with the daughter of a courtesan. Now, the system of philosophy propounded by Kapila Muni is Shankhya philosophy. With reference to the history of philosophical thoughts in India, the correct statement is Shankhya holds that the self knowledge that leads to liberation and not any exterior influence or agent. Now, the correct statement are Kapil is the earlier exponent of Shankhya system. Kapil teaches that a man's life is shaped by the forces of nature and not by any divine agency. The inventor of yoga was Patanjali. Under Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 spiritual practices are Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharan, Dhyan, and Samadhi. With reference to Hatha Yoga, the correct statement are Hatha Yoga was practiced by Nath Panthis. Hatha Yoga technique were also adopted by Sufis. The writer of Mahabhasya Patanjali was contemporary of Pushyamutra Sunga. The founder of the school, Navya Nyay, were Ganesha and Udanyacharya. Live well as long as you live. Live well even by borrowing, for once cremated, there is no return. This rejection of afterlife is an aphorism of Charvakas. According to Charvaka, the highest value is calm. Nyaya philosophical system was propagated by Gautama. The correctly matched players are philosophies and the methods to achieve salvation. Nyaya Darshan, logical thinking. Mimamsa Darshan, performing Vedic rituals. Shankya Darshan, acquisition of real knowledge. Vedanta Darshan, knowledge of the self. Mimamsa was initiated by Jamini. The theory of karma is related with Mimamsa. Out of the given philosophies, namely Shankya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Yoga, which is the opinion that Vedas contain the eternal truth? Answer is Mimamsa. Out of the given pairs, namely Mimamsa and Vedanta, Nyaya and Vaisheshika, Lokayat and Kapila, Shankya and Yoga, which does not form part of six of the Indian philosophy? Answer is Lokayata and Kapalika. The founders of Advaita philosophy is Shankaracharya. According to Advaita Vedanta, mukti can be obtained from given options, namely Gyan, Karm, Bhakti, and Yog. Answer is Gyan Yog. So, according to Advaita Vedanta, mukti can be obtained from Gyan Yog. Gyan, not Yog. Out of the given names, namely Shankaracharya, Abhinav Gupta, Ramanujan, Madhava, who is not related to philosophy of Vedanta? Answer is Abhinav Gupta. The founder of Indian atomism is Maharishi Kannada. Malav Samvat was known as Kirit Samvat. Now the eras and the years they reckoned from: Gupta era 319 to 20 BC. I think this is wrong. It should be AD. Vikram era 57-58 BC. Saka era 78 AD. Kali era 302 BC. Gandhia was a coin. Now, Badami rock inscription of Pulkeshin 1 is dated in Saka era 465. If the same were to be dated in Vikram Samvat, the year would be 601. The Chalukya inscription is dated in the year 556 of the Saka era. It is equivalent to 634 AD. According to Purans, the prime phase of Chandravansh ruler was Pratishtanpur. Now, the capital of Mukharis was Kannauj. The founder of Vardhan dynasty is Pushyabhuti. Information regarding time of Harsha is contained in the book of Kalahan. Harsharitra has been written by Banabhatta. The capital of Harsha's empire was Kannauj. Emperor Harsha had shifted his capital from Thaneshwar to Kannauj. Harshvardhan organized two great religious conventions in Kannauj and Prayag. Emperor Harsha's southward march was stopped on Narmada river by Pulkeshin II. After the given rulers, namely Kirtivarman II, Vikramaditya, Pulkeshin I, Pulkeshin II, who had defeated Harshvardhan? Answer is Pulkeshin II. Poet Bana was inhabitant of village Prithikuta, that is Aurangabad, in present-day Bihar. Now, Chinese traveler Huan visited India in the reigns of Harsha. The Chinese traveler Huan, who visited India, recorded the general condition of culture of India at that time. The correct statements are: as regarding punishment for offences, ordeals by fire, water, poison were the instruments for determining innocence or guilt of a person. The tradesmen had to pay duties at ferries and barrier stations. During Yuan Sang's tour in India, the most famous city for production of cotton clothes was Mathura. The term Kushia has been used for silk. Chinese traveler Yuan Sang studied at the University of Nalanda. The major reason behind remembering Yuan Sang is composition of Sei Yu Ki. The Chinese traveler who visited Peen Mal was Yuan The famous travelogue Cu Ki is linked with Yuan Sang. Chinese writer mentioned India by the name of Yin Tu. Nalanda University was destroyed by Bakhtiyar Khilji. The most ancient monastery in India is Nalanda. Nalanda is located in Bihar. During post-Gupta period, main business center was Kannauj. The correct statement are the main feature of agrarian structure in pre-Gupta period was development of feudalism. Landowner, middle class, and dependent peasant class came into existence in this period. With reference to Indian history, the essential element of feudalism are emergence of administrative structure based on control and possession of land, creation of lord-vassal relationship between the feudal lords and his overlords. In Travel Through India, Fahim has mentioned a hospital. It was located at Patliputra. The truth statements about Shankaracharya, a saint of 8th century, are he established 4 religious centers in different parts of India. He countered the spread of Buddhism and Jainism. He propagated Vedanta. Adi Shankara, who later became Shankaracharya, was born in Kerala. The 4 monasteries established by Adi Shankaracharya are situated at Joshimath, Dwarka, Puri, and Sringeri. Out of the given places, namely Puri, Dwarka, Mansarovar, Rameshwaram, which is not included in Chardham. Answer is Mansarovar. Now, the courtier poets and the king associated Amir Khusro, Alauddin Khilji, Kalidas, Chandragupta II, Ravi Kirti Pulkishen II, Bhavabhuti Yashovarman of Kannauj, Dandi Narsimha Varman. Now, the correctly matched pairs are Bhoj, Dhar, Durgavati, Gondwana, Samudragupta, Vidisha, Ashok, Ujjain. With reference to history of India, the correctly matched pairs are famous places and the present state: Bhilsa, Madhya Pradesh; Girnar, Gujarat; Dwar Samudra, Karnataka; Sthaneshwara, Haryana. That'll be all for this video. We'll be covering architecture in ancient India in the next video.